Peace, peace. Hey, oh, hey, Mike Yana here, and we are back with another stream. This is gonna be real short, but we have to talk about the power of following your flow. Like today was so amazingly, beautifully orchestrated. Like it was just so magical. And I'm like, I gotta tell you about this. I gotta tell you about this. So here we go, child. Okay, I'm gonna start from the top. I woke up, hopped up out the bed, turned my swag on, took a look in the mirror, said, "What's up?" Hey, I'm getting money. Okay, I woke up. I told you earlier in the earlier stream about them dreams that I had that was so vivid. So when I woke up, I immediately picked up my phone and started journaling my dreams. And then what did I do? I started working on um, putting some of my original works inside of the Patreon. So I just created a new category in there called Original Works where I will be placing all of my original pieces. Like, if you know me, you know I've been writing since like 13, probably before that. But I have so many unfinished pieces in my notes, in my phone, in my journals. I got hella journals, so it's like now I finally have a place to put all of this where it can meet the world and it can reach the people who actually need to receive it. And we're gonna be holding conversations around that and talking about all of that inside of Patreon. So after I journal my dreams, I had started putting some stuff inside the collection, and then I did a little couple teasers on my Instagram and my Facebook. After that, what did I do? I don't remember exactly, but I'm like, it's giving me back to sleep. Like I'm not gonna hold you. And I woke up kind of late, so usually I would keep myself up, but I'm like, nah, it's giving me back to sleep. I'm gonna follow my flow and I'm gonna take another nap. Took another nap, woke up at like 4 something, I think, in the afternoon. After that, I hopped in the shower, got dressed. I think I went downstairs, ate some, I watched Joe and Jada podcast on YouTube. I mean on Netflix. Sidebar. I was going through. That's the only podcast that I watch on Netflix, and as I was scrolling through the podcast, I see why because that's the only one that looked like it's about anything that I would care about. So, shout out to Joe and Jada. Watched a couple episodes of their podcast, and then already had to set my mind that I was going to go out and do Uber Eats later. So I looked up the times that was like going to be the most popping. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go out from 9 to 12. And then that's when I came live on stream because I'm like, okay, we got some time. Let me get stream a little bit an hour of my attention of my time today, especially since I missed out yesterday and I wanted to keep my word because I said I was gonna be on here every day. So we did stream earlier. We did the reaction to the Queen Poe, sharing her wisdom, and we got to jot down that information. Like that was perfect. That was so in alignment. And then after that, I was supposed to take a nap. I was supposed to stream for an hour, take a nap for an hour, then go out and do beats. But the stream ended up being like an hour and a half. So after that, I just went straight outside to go drive. Now, why did I plan to go outside from 9 to 12? And usually, nothing like I'm never on time with nothing that I told you. My relationship with the fourth dimension is not that tight. Like I be saying I'm gonna do shit at this time, but it ended up getting done at this time. I said I was gonna go out from 9 to 12. Why did I leave my house at 9 o'clock and return to my house at 12 o'clock? Shit has never been so perfectly matched like that before in my life. Like all of the synchronicities was just too much for me. It was like, okay, first we wake up and we had those vivid edge dreams and remember those dreams, journal them, wrote them down. Then I followed my flow to go ahead and take a nap when usually I wouldn't do that. But I'm like, no, we're gonna listen to because that's one of the things that I set out to do, which is to listen to my body more. We're gonna listen, we're gonna take that nap. Took that nap, felt fucking amazing afterwards. Watched a couple episodes, like I got to chill, I got to rest, which is something that I'm falling more into too. Like stop pushing my which I talked about in the earlier stream when I was talking about the sun salutations and how I be pushing myself and finding a balance in rest, right? So I chilled for a little bit with no guilt, no stress. Ate, and then had time to get on stream. Got to spend some time with y'all. Got to create some content. After that, went right outside exactly when I planned to. Came back exactly when I planned to. Now, usually when I'm driving, I don't know why they will do this, but they will like have your last trip be like fucking 35 minutes away from the house. This time, everything like my whole um let's say my whole 3 hour shift, I didn't have to go too far too many times. Like only for two trips that I had to get on 95, which was cool. And everything was just like lining up so perfectly. They didn't have me going out the way. Like all of my trips was just so perfectly aligned. Like it was so convenient. I'm like, okay. I know they be listening and I know they be, you know what I'm saying, they tapped in more than they supposed to be tapped in. But I'm like, okay, it worked in my favor this time. My last trip was like 10 minutes from the house. I'm like, y'all really doing y'all big one tonight. As soon as I went online, sometimes it'd be a little wait. Soon as I went online, I started getting orders. Like it was so perfect. It was so flowy. Like I gotta do. I'm gonna do this next week and see what's going on because this just might be my day. But it was so beautiful. And then when I looked at the clock, when I parked my car back at the house, it was 12 o'clock on the dot. I'm like, yo, like God really just sitting in my pocket today. And then the whole time that I'm driving, you got the moon just shining down on me in eyesight the whole entire time. Like we had some quality time, me and Mama Moon, watching over me, protecting me, keeping me calm, keeping me clear, keeping me confident, and just looking so pretty in the sky. That was everything. And the moon is in waxing Gibbous face right now, so we're gonna look that up and see exactly what that means. And then, it gets better, it gets better, it gets better. So I was supposed to go to the grocery store. That was something on my list. Stream stream grocery store, and then drive. But why when I go downstairs? So I was gonna go get some ingredients to make a salad. I was gonna get some fish, and that really is some veggie chicken patties. While I go downstairs, my mom in the kitchen cooking. I'm like, what you making? She making salmon salad and tossed salad. I'm like, oh my God, I was gonna go to the store and get some ingredients to make a salad. And now I don't have to go to the store. I don't gotta spend no money. Like you're literally making what I was gonna make, which was a salad. Like that's really what I was craving so bad. Cause I'm like, damn, I'm all tired. Like I needed a double. I woke up late and I needed another nap. Like I need some more. I need some vegetables. Lo and behold, the salad is being made. Like shout out to my mom. Just finished eating and she was amazing, immaculate. So now as I'm driving, I'm like, I'm not buying nothing. I'm not spending none of this money. It's food in the house. Today was just so perfect, yo. I had to get on here and just tell the story because I'm like, fuck up, like it's giving timeline shift. It's giving everything is working out for my good, which it always is. But today was like, wow, wow, like it was everything. I'm like, I gotta get on stream. I gotta tell y'all how beautiful everything was. Because if shit was crazy, I probably would have got on here and told y'all how crazy it was. So now I had to get on here and tell y'all how beautifully aligned my day was. Like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Okay. Oh, I said we're gonna look at what is a waxing gibbous moon. Now, without looking, based on my knowledge, on my teachings that I've been, the information I've been retaining from learning about the moon for the past since January, so 6 going on 7 months. I know that the full moon is when the moon is at its, we see the full face of the moon, which is only one half of the moon. You only ever see one side of the moon. We've never seen the dark side of the moon in this body, in this lifetime, in this realm, which is crazy to me. But a full moon is usually for releasing what no longer serves you, letting go, shadow work, and that type of nature, identifying what no longer serves you, and creating space by releasing it. And then, on the other hand, a new moon is usually when we manifest. So the new moon is the opposite of the full moon. So this is when the moon is dark because it is. So during the full moon, the moon is opposite the sun, and the sun is like the sun's light is shining on the moon. That's how we can see it lit up. And then with a new moon, The moon is between the sun and the earth, which is why it's dark and we can't fully see its light because the sun's light is not hitting it at that angle, if that makes sense. And I gotta verify that, but I'm pretty sure I got that right. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. Um, so yeah, during the new moon, which is the dark moon, this is a good time for manifestation and focusing on what you want to bring into your life and creating channels and methods to bring those things closer to you. And the in between moons are so you have full moon, and then from the full moon to the moon is waning. So waning means it's going towards its dark side. And then after it reaches its dark side, which is the new moon, it starts waxing. Waxing is when it's going towards its light side, which is the full moon. So I think a waxing gibbous, meaning it's getting like more illuminated and more illuminated on its way to being a full moon. I think this phase means I think it's bringing energy and attention to highlighting the stuff that you are taking to manifest those things that you set forward to manifest last full moon. Or is it, yes, and a combination of because we just left the new moon, so it's giving you time to manifest those things that you set to manifest during the new moon, and it's also bringing you back full circle to those things that you said you wanted to release during the last full moon. So the waxing gibbous, I feel like this is a time to reflect on how you did with letting go of those things that you wanted to let go of because we're on our way back to the full moon again, where it will again be time to release. So first you have to reflect on the things that you wanted to release in the past and see like did you release those things? Did you let it go? How have you shifted your energy, your mindset, your beliefs to no longer hold on to these things? And then shortly we'll be at the full moon again and it'll be time to release something else or analyze, you know, the balance within you. So let's see. Let's verify the information. I'm about to look it up right now. What is the spiritual um energy of the waxing gibbous moon? Rashon said Philly accent. I'm cracking up. You know what's so crazy? I'm definitely from Philly, born and raised. I always come and look at it. It's like I got a notification. What's it called? A telepathic notification because every time I come back and check stream and look at the comments, it's like somebody just sent a comment. Like it should be so crazy because I'm over here on Google. I'm about to share my screen right now. But every time I come back, somebody just sent a comment. Like I catch it right on time. But yeah, definitely Philly. Y'all always say you got an accent. Well, everybody got an accent. I ain't gonna lie, but we don't got no accent. This is how we talk. Everybody else got an accent. All right, let me share this. Let me see if I was on point. Let me see if I was on point. We about to see what this moon phase means. Spiritual energy of the wet weight. I always do that. There we go. Spiritual energy of the waxing gibbous moon is all about momentum, refinement. Okay, I was on point with the refinement and anticipation. Occurring just before the full moon, this phase acts as a sacred threshold where you fine tune your intentions, make necessary course corrections, and push forward with dedication before reaching the energetic peak of the cycle. I keep hearing this word dedication. I keep hearing this word dedication. I did a card pull the other day and I pulled the whip, which helped me to focus on skill. Oh my gosh, it's leaving me right now. It's like I got camera fright. I be reciting it to myself all the time and I can't think of it. Skill, focus, and dedication. Skill, focus, and dedication. Let's see what else they said. Refining and adjustment. It is a time to assess the goals you set during the new moon. Yes, I said that. It is a time to assess the goals you set during the new moon. If certain strategies aren't working, this phase encourages you to pivot, fine tune your actions, and course correct. See, this is important. This is like helping me tap in more because one thing I do is I focus on the extreme. So I usually just pay attention to the full and the new moon. So I'm glad that I actually tap into like these in between phases, like the waxing. There's a waxing crescent, the waxing gibbous, the third quarter, full moon, and then you got the waning crescent. No, the waning gibbous, first quarter, waning crescent, new moon. And I'm about to put up a picture because I feel like I might be confusing you with these terms. But so yeah, refinement and adjustment, building momentum. The moon's increasing illumination translates to a surge in creative energy, motivation, and drive. That's how I'm feeling. So like, I got all this energy. It's a push period to overcome hurdles and stay the course. I feel that, feel that. Trust and intention. Spiritually, it asks you to release perfectionism and trust your intuition. See, I felt that energy earlier today when it was just like, girl, why are we taking a second nap? Like, it was a perfectionist in me. Like, no, you wake up at this time, you do your day, and then you go to sleep. You're not taking no nap. But I had to trust my intuition because I needed that second nap. Like I said, I woke up dumb refreshed. Okay, cool. And I had another dream in that second. Oh my God, bro. And I had another dream in that second nap. I was chilling with my grandma. I'm like, I needed that. I needed that one so much. I needed that one so much. If you watched the previous stream, I talked about like craving connection and building out the community to really like be my circle. It's called Love Circle. Like so, when all of my people join this Patreon, like we really locked in, like you're my people, you're my tribe. So when I woke up the first time, my energy wasn't that good. Like I'm like, mm. But the second time I went to sleep, like me and my grandma really was just chilling. Like she knew exactly what I need. Like my baby. So the second time I woke up, I felt a lot better. Follow my intuition. It says, have faith that the metaphorical seeds you planted are actively growing beneath the surface. I say, amen to that. Some spiritual practice are reflect on the progress you made since the new moon, identify areas that need slight adjustments, visualizations, crystal work. Yeah. So this is good. This is very aligned. This is very in alignment. So now I know we're gonna have to start doing some in between work. Cause like I said, a lot of my energy be focused more so on the full moon. Like I'm just now tapping into the new moon a little bit more. Cause I had a plan set out since January. I was gonna focus the first half of the year on full moon work, and then the second half of the year on all new moon work. And I don't know why my brain like be chopping stuff up like that. But essentially, I'm right on par for what I said to do because we're about to be mid-year at this point, and the energy is switching. But I feel like it was more so from the extremes, the poles, the full moon and the new moon, to now focusing on those in between, the waxing crescents, the waxing gibbous, and things of that nature. So this is lit. You said, can I join a live? Yeah, I don't know how to do it. How I let you join live? What do I do? How do I like send the invite? Oh wait, I see this person with the plus sign. Copy this link. It says you can have it to 10 people on screen. Okay, I copied this link. I think I gotta send this link in chat. All right, I think if you click that link, you can come up. Oh, my leg falling asleep again. Wake up, baby, wake up. That's the worst feeling. Like, I'd rather stub my toe than my fucking leg fall asleep. I think you gotta click that link so you could come up. I think that's how it works.
All right, how you doing? How you doing tonight?
Peace. I'm doing well. I can't complain. Hold on, let me see. Oh, all right, you on there? You on there? Hey,
How you feeling? You?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm blessed. I'm doing well.
Are you from Philly?
Yeah, West Philly.
Okay.
Yeah,
You look
51st.
familiar. Do you do like music and stuff? I feel like I might have seen you at an open mic or something.
I don't do music now,
No,
but likewise, yeah.
you don't.
Philly, a
You don't
small city.
attend. You don't attend open mics, shit like that.
Maybe yeah, I probably did.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was checking you out, watching your live, and just had a few questions. What do you usually do in your live or on your YouTube channel?
Child, this I be on here talking about different things. So, um, yeah, I'll be on here talking. I got three different categories set up. One is we need to talk. So this is where I come where I need to just speak my piece, talk about what I've been feeling, what's going on, what I got going on with myself. And then I have another studio set up, and I will use that one when I'm doing reactions, which I've been doing most often, reacting to different pop culture content, or I'll react to like some spiritual content, depending on honestly whatever I'm looking at the time. Because I recently started streaming, and I'm like, if I'm consuming the content, I'm gonna record the content because it only makes sense. So yeah, it just be following my flow, honestly. But everything is on my YouTube channel. I be trying to go live on Twitch on YouTube at the same time, so that way everything could be running up at once. So it's definitely a archive on there. So definitely check me out.
Absolutely, definitely gonna tap into your content, check you out. I had a question for you.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I was going through your channel and I seen that you wear your natural hair, which is your locks. So why do you think the first question? Why do you think Black African women don't wear their natural hair? What do you think is the
Oh
reason?
God, it's so much. Like it's. I mean, I feel like it's really one main thing, which is conditioning. So I feel like America has done a number on us as far as making it feel so stressful to wear your natural hair, especially if you are somebody who is in a corporate environment or you gotta be even when it comes to streaming, like a lot of streamers feel like they have to have their hair done a certain way in order to be seen by the world. And I was just watching the Joe and Jada podcast on the episode where they had their kids come on. Joe daughter was on there and Jada's son was on there, and his daughter was just like, it costs so much money to be a woman just to step out the house. And I'm like, it's sad that that's true in a way, but it never has to, which is why I chose to like just be natural because I hate to feel controlled by anything. So I definitely understood what she was saying, but it just takes for us to say fuck that essentially and do what you feel called to do. Like shake them shackles off essentially, and no disrespect to the ladies that see this. Like I don't mean that in a negative way, but that's kind of how I perceive it. Like, and then when you think about like all of the chemicals, all of the, it's really more stressful to do all that work than to be your natural self. But it's so much propaganda on top of when you got the majority of women doing one thing, it can be easier to follow the crowd.
Yeah,
And it's all like it's so many facets to it. It's also passed down generational because you have like the mothers and the grandmothers that's always telling you do something with your hair or look like something, you got to be a certain way. So I can't even just put it on this generation of women. It's been passed down through generations and generations, and it just takes some some undoing.
Yeah. Well said. It your hair is very beautiful. I look very nice
Thank
with your natural hair. And I think it's due to white supremacy and self hatred. As you know, we've been colonized and taught that we're not beautiful looking as ourselves. So if you look deeper at it, just imagine the insanity it takes to look at yourself and think that you don't look pretty, you don't look beautiful, and you must change the way that you look. You must change your color and bleach your skin,
you. Yes,
or you must change your hair texture and straighten it out. So it really is just self hatred or white supremacy. How do you think we get more black women to look like yourself and embrace who they are and love wearing their hair, not wearing European hair? Dude, it's the answer.
that's a tough one. I feel like just by doing it, honestly, I say it's tough because I never really want to push conformity. Like, I don't want no black woman to feel like you have to do nothing that you don't want to do. Um, but I feel like you do your part just by being you. Like, and whoever attracts to that will, that's the person who's supposed to be doing it, essentially, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to ask you because right now I'm in West Philadelphia. I'm on 52nd Street, and throughout the day I see a lot of black women that don't want to embrace themselves, and it's very painful to see as a black man. So I wanted to ask you that. Yeah.
I definitely feel like just leading by example. I know, like, how long have you had your locks? I'm asking because I feel like once I got my locks, I started to notice so many more people, men and women, with natural hair. Like, just I had mine for about 6 years now, and over that 6 year span, I feel like so many more people are wearing their natural hair. So, what's your take on that? Do you feel like you are noticing the increase in it?
I would say so. When it comes to men or what do you mean, men or women? What do you?
In both.
Yeah, I would say I see people wearing it. I think it's trending, and I think people naturally we follow what other people do. So the more people you see wearing, it, especially celebrities and hip hop artists, I think people start going towards the trend. So mine, I've been growing mine since around 8 years, 8, 9 years, 8, 9, 10 years.
Well, maybe we need a celebrity to pop out, and that'll bring more, more natural hair
Absolutely,
women to the game.
absolutely. It's needed for sure. Like you said, we spend too much money on wigs and weaves, and you said the chemicals, so it's very destructive. But I know it's normalized because we see it so much, but it's very bad for us. Extremely bad. Very unhealthy. So there's something we must change.
I feel that. I appreciate those questions. Honestly, I'll be on here yapping. So, thank you for giving me something else to yap about.
Absolutely. I can ask you a couple more questions.
For sure.
Go in. We're gonna tap in a little deeper.
Yep, I'm an open book.
Okay. Another problem uh, that's in the black community is the separation of families and single mothers. So, was you raised in a two parent household? As first and foremost, were you raised with your
Yes,
mother and your father?
yes. I
Okay.
was still here. Honestly, I'm still here. My
Okay.
mom and dad have been married all of my adult life. Well, I was at the wedding. I was like two at the wedding, but they've
Okay.
been together before I was thought of and married my whole life. So
Uh,
I
that's a
was blessed.
blessing.
Yes.
You said your husband.
Nah, we
Oh,
manifesting that. We manifesting that.
okay. Well, congratulations. That's a blessing. And in the community now, there's very little families and a lot of single mothers. So, why do you think? First question: how do you think we change that? What's the solution to change that? Because the one thing about we're stronger together as families,
Hmm.
and men and women are naturally a pair, so we should be together. That's called.
Wait,
What's
I
your
didn't
thoughts
get
on
the
that?
last part of the question. You said we're stronger together, and what else?
No, I was just making a point, but the question I was asking is, how do you think we have strong family units and two parent households and less single mothers? What's your thoughts?
I started smiling and because I'm like, I feel like I need to be asking you this question, so I am going to bounce it back to you, but I'm gonna
Okay.
answer it first. I think the first thing is compassion. Like, especially in now times, I feel like everybody's so in their ego that it's just like the women feel like they're doing everything right, or even if they're not, I'm not going to show you that I'm not. And the man feel like they doing everything right, and even if I'm not going to be vulnerable with you and show you where I'm messing up. Like, it's just so much ego going on, and it's not enough compassion as two adults. Especially, I feel like when a child is in the situation, you got to bring yourself to be more grown up. Put on your big girl, big boy underwear, and like swallow your ego and really get to the bottom of whatever you feel like the problem is. Because a lot of times the problem on the table don't even really be the problem. Like, behaviors are a result of emotions. So you doing whatever you're doing because you feel some type of way. Why do you feel that type of way? And
Uh,
then is and usually those emotions are attached to a sense of control. A lot of time that's in the women, like the ball is in the women court with it, where we want control over certain things, and that's not always how life works. And a child shouldn't be used as a uh, like a pawn in that situation. And then also on the men's side, I feel like you have to take that leadership role and understand that women are more emotional in certain sense. So don't use those emotions against her. Don't use it as a time to be like, see, this is why I'm not fucking with you, because da 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 da. But use it as a time to understand and really try to help the situation instead of trying to find a scapegoat of why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's my perspective on it.
okay.
I don't have no kids yet, but I'm
Likewise.
manifesting. The
Um,
life that I had. I want to be with my child's father. I want to be I used to want to be married like in the traditional way, but honestly, the last couple of days is the first time that I ever considered not. But either way, I do want to have like that unified nuclear family.
yeah, I think if not, the child would suffer. You mentioned you still being with your parents. I think that's a wonderful thing. You being a woman. I don't think women should live alone. I think a woman should always live with a man. And I think we have to enforce that in our culture, and that's how we get rid of the single mom culture. I think women nowadays they believe they can be independent, but once again, women and men should be together. And through propaganda and white supremacy and all these teachings, and now separation is less normalized in our culture. So we'd rather be separated than be together. But in doing that, we're just making the government stronger because now we have to rely on the government even more. So that's why I think they push it so much and they promote it so much, and they promote hookup culture and these things.
Okay, I got a follow up question now because when you say that, it's like it comes like how do I put this? As a woman who's not very tolerant of certain things myself, like I'm somebody who would rather be alone before I feel like I'm settling. And I feel like women deal with a lot of things that I don't think they should. Like, it's certain situations where it's just like I just be by myself before I let a man or anybody put me through hell.
Do you
So
think to the question? Do you think do you think the reason you think this way is because you see other people living this way? Do you think that's
no, I
affecting
actually
your
think it's
thought?
the opposite. Like, I've seen people who stay together just for the sake of being together, and it's just like I can do bad by myself. I can do great by myself. So why would I put myself in a boat where it's just like I'm gonna go, this shit gonna sink with you in it. I might as well do my own thing. You feel me?
Mm, I got you. I think what I mean is we live in a time period now where we was talking about where if you look at majority of the women they're single or there's so that's common. But we lived in a time, say this was 100 years ago, and all the women around you they were all married, they were all with men in relationships, wives, mothers. Do you think that would change your thought process?
I see what you're saying. I don't know. A part of me is going to say yeah, because it's like with your environment plays a role on it. So if it's completely out of the norm, then it might be harder. But then a part of me also wants to say that I'm me and I will always be me. So no matter what's going on around me, I will still act how I act. So
Yeah,
when
I
we
think
dealing with
we're
a what if situation, I be seeing both sides of the coin, honestly.
yeah, I think we're affected by what's surrounded. Like for me, for example, I know that I'm brainwashed because I grew up in Philadelphia. This is a European country, majority European people. So I know I was influenced by white supremacy. I knew I was had some type of self hatred. It is impossible for me not to be brainwashed by white supremacy. I grew up in the belly of the beast. But I think it's different levels. And for me to admit that maybe I'm less brainwashed than someone else. Because if I talk to someone else, I'm not brainwashed at all. Like, how are you not brainwashed? We speak in the European language, we speak in English. So I know I have some brainwashing in me. And a lot of things we think of and think about, so many things, is is based off teachers, and we was taught to think these ways. So for you to say that you don't want to depend on a man is very saddening to me because you seem like a beautiful, decent woman. And like I said, we need the opposite gender. That's how you procreate, which is life. So to even think that it might not go well is not natural in a
I
sense.
believe that too. Like that's common sense to me. We didn't get here, you
Mm.
need the opposite. Like we need each other. It's either negative needs positive, in needs out. It's just like two opposite ends of the same pool.
But
But I don't think that means to me like settle for something. I
not
know I
only
need a man,
settle,
but the one that I need, I'm saying, is going to be the one that I want.
no, absolutely not settle, but just the teachings, like younger women, like women in the past, they were taught that at an early age. It was just something that was taught, consist taught,
Yeah,
teaching, teachings.
and
Now
then the
the
opposite is
opposite.
what more.
Yeah, yeah, that's the reality now. So you got people like yourself, and also the men now low testosterone. Like you said, the men now are very weak, and so that play a big factor. So you have to blame the men.
Yeah, I think like honestly, which I'm big on is mindfulness, psychology, like well being, because I think we are all of God. We are all images of God. We're created in that image. So once you detox the bullshit that's been that we've digested by choice, but first by force, of course, then you get closer to that natural rhythm. So whether it's detoxing from the chemicals that's in your hair, which I feel like is a little less important than the chemicals that's in your food and then your water and then your diet and then the things that you watch and the things that you listen to. The more that you like clean that stuff out, the easier it'll be to just understand shit that is natural, that is of nature, because we are natural and we are of nature. So that's why I like to
Absolutely.
focus on like, meditation and mindfulness, just getting back in tune with yourself. I believe in internal governance. And once you clear out all of the static that's blocking the reception, because our body, we are receivers and receptors. Once you clear out all that static, you can hear God more clearly, and it'll be kind of like second nature, like it used to be. So that's
And
how I think we attacked it.
okay. And what's the most naturalist thing for us as humans? Because I hear so many people today. I don't have any children myself. All my siblings have children. So many people say they don't have kids, and that's the most insane thing. When it's in us to have children, why not multiply yourself? That's why ancestors lived in the past. That's why we here. But once again, the propaganda, the white supremacy, all the self hatred, we don't want to produce more of ourselves. It's like it's depth because living is life. To continue is living life. To continue on. If you look at any animal or any plant, the seed is going to keep reproducing. That's continuation. And like I said, now you talk to people now, they say they don't have children, they can't afford it. But the whole purpose of life is the ones want to have children. It is the one to procreate. That's the purpose of living.
Yeah. I think we are like we be stressing because we're human, so we gonna stress about it. Honestly, jokingly, probably like a few months ago, I seen a post and it was like, I feel like the only way to keep my kids safe is not to have them. And it resonated because I'm like, this shit is treacherous out here, like ew. And I feel the same way. Like I don't want to have kids until I build a solid foundation for them where they don't have to go to work, they don't have to struggle, they don't have to do nothing they don't want to do. They can live in their God bodies. So I definitely resonate with that. Um, but also, I seen a new statistic that was
Mhm.
saying that more women in their 40s are having kids, right? So I think that's a testament to God doing his God thing, because it's like, okay, young people don't want to have kids, cool. But black women ain't stop having kids. The older women who feel like they are more established are having more children than ever before. And the statistic, it don't say black women, it just say women, but I feel like we can fill in the gaps there a little bit.
Mhm.
So I think we don't really hit, like, I don't know. Everybody just gotta do what feels best and in align for themselves, honestly, before we try to control the whole situation or stress about controlling the whole situation, because God got it. It's always gonna go how God intends it to go.
Mhm.
And I feel like that was a testament right there.
Okay. Yeah. For myself, I'm just big on family. I'm big on culture, and I think that's been lost. And you speak about God a lot, and if you're speaking on God, we must live godly. Uh, I think living natural is godly, in my opinion. I can go deep in conversation. I don't want to get too deep in the religion and things like that, but yeah, that's just my opinion. I think um, for myself, I would like to build. I have to build community for my child because I understand I was influenced so much by the outside world. So I want to have my child around like-minded people, and I don't want to have my child taught in government schooling because I know the teachings are evil and it's going to really ruin my children's minds.
Likewise.
So those type of things. So we need some
Likewise.
type of community. That's what I'm trying to build. Yeah.
Likewise. Definitely on the same for that's why look, you gotta tap in with the Patreon. That's the community that I'm building right now. And you said you're in West Philly. It's a lot, like Philly has a lot of communities that's on some good high vibrational shit, or at least trying to be building it and working in that direction. Especially West Philly, I feel like there's always a lot going on out there as far as melanated people connecting and collabing and building with each other. So we not as far as we think. I think it's just about what we focus on.
Absolutely. Could you share more about your community that you have in your Patreon? What do you?
Yeah, so the Patreon is essentially building a community of like-minded people where we can connect, where we could grow. It's heavily based on journaling, creativity, and getting more in tune with yourself. So in there, I have a lot of resources on self-expression, creative expression. I'm building out my original works category where I'm posting all of my poetry, my written, like, what do I call it? Some poetry, some spoken words, some raps, like written pieces essentially, including all my art and all that stuff, so we can have conversations around that. So it'll be a community of artists, of creators, of spiritualists, of healers. Those are the type of people that I'm attracting, so we can essentially do exactly what you said, like just build together.
Okay, interesting. I want to get your thoughts on what's your thoughts on polygyny? I want to get your opinion on that.
Um, I don't really think about it that much. I don't think it's for me personally.
Okay. Okay. So if you were dating a man and he came to you said he had another woman, would you
We're not dating no more.
hold on? You want to like go more in detail why you so against it? I just want to just curious to find out.
Because I want my person to be like, I want my man to be my man. I don't want to share my man with nobody else personally.
I got you. I got you.
I feel like it's enough variety out there. Like it's enough women who cool with it for you to get what you want, and I also feel like it's enough men who just want to be with one woman for me to get what I want. So we don't gotta force nothing.
Okay. Interesting. You have any questions for me? Somebody ask you all the questions. Anyone?
How about you? I'm just flipping back around. What are your thoughts on polygamy? Polygamy?
Polygyny, yeah, polygyny. Um, I think it could be beneficial. My grandfather from Jamaica, he had 20 children. He's a very wealthy man. I'm just, I mean, I believe in like just family and just spread your seeds if you could afford it, if you could attract it.
Understandable for sure.
Just taking care of the family, things like that.
What about that art in your background? You make that?
And now I don't make it. No, this is not me.
Oh, that's nice though.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you coming up to chat with me. This is dope.
Absolutely. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna tap in. What you got going on?
I appreciate you, King. Have a great night.
All right. Likewise.
Thank you. All right, how I do this? What I do now? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Then where my mouse go? All right, here we go. Here we go. That was a good chat. That was dope. I appreciate that. Damn, I didn't even get. I didn't even ask you your name, Rashawn. I hope I'm saying that right, Rashawn. We gonna end off on that note, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. If you're playing this back, make sure you like, share, subscribe, drop some comments. Squeeze me. Drop some comments. Give me a follow, give me a sub. Click them links, whatever links you're seeing at the time. And don't forget to live in love.